Peekaboo! Hi everyone, this is Dr. Copeland. Um, I'm going to read to you the audio for Holographic Detox. This is the home use only little bitty booklet that comes when you buy the colonic equipment that we have for sale on eBay. Um, that equipment comes with a one-page printed instructions for how to set it up. There's a lot of information. A lot of people are intimidated by doing it or not doing it and neglect themselves and their healing and opening up that root chakra, and getting that flow going, getting themselves grounded, getting their prosperity in order, getting their nutrition able to be absorbed and put it aside. And they really, I think, believe in their mind that they can just juice and eat vegetables and organic stuff and that's good enough. But it's a lot bigger picture than that. It's a lot of genetic preconditioning, epigenetics in the womb, stuff that comes in, blockages that happen, patterns that we absorb. And so the holographic um, detox program that I put together many, many, many years ago. I almost want to say it's been 40 years. I don't want it to be 40 years, but I have a feeling it's been 40 years. That this book was created as a blend of several different modalities and colon hydrotherapy for home use. I did a long, long internship with Dr. Bernard Jensen, who was a chiropractor but did a lot of research in iridology. And his book was called Tissue Cleansing Through Bowel Management at the time. It was quite the rage. I mean, I think we're talking the early 80s and 70s, and I stayed too long at the class and got addicted or, I don't know, drawn in to doing that. So, with that being said, um, it's a way of life. It's kept me alive many, many times. It helps detox all kinds of things. It helps me manage autoimmune, helps me manage gluten exposure. It helps me manage if I have been around somebody and I might be getting a cold, a little warmer colonic, that's heats me right up and I'm ready to go again. Um, when I had breast implant illness and my breast implants had ruptured, it was probably the number one thing that 4 or 5 doctors have told me saved my life because I kept detoxing, detoxing, detoxing. I have the MTHFR defective gene, which means we don't methylate and we don't detox. And if you're one of those people, then I'm going to highly recommend that you learn and you study, even call me, read my videos, watch the videos, buy the books, and figure out how to manage your life in a way that really works. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to read a few things in this book and I'm going to point out to you some things as we go. So the 3 days before I do a weekend cleanse, I usually eat very lightly. Vegetable soups, fresh organic salads, and juices. I avoid all breads, pastas, and heavy meats. No pork, no beef. The goal is to have a softer bowel movement to reduce cramping and to allow my body to ease into the cleanse. I like to start an intermittent fasting routine during those 3 days where I only consume lighter organic salads or juices for 6 hours out of the 24. I have a tendency to do well when eating at noon, 3 p.m., and about 5:30 p.m. Then I'm done with eating food for that day. I can tolerate fish and seafood very well during a cleanse week, generally. Over 45 years of doing both home and clinic-based colonics on um, class 2 equipment, and which I'm also certified, um, cleanses, I've only had twice difficulty eating anything during a cleanse using this routine. During those 2 times, I was able to tolerate juicing and protein shakes. Both times, I was going through some very deeply stressful things and a move and a divorce on top of that at the same time as my scheduled week to do my cleanse. I personally decided to keep my scheduled cleanse because I know myself and my body is so sensitive to what I am going through that if I miss my routine, I don't do well. And I have a tendency to get very sick and very fatigued very quickly. So, with having the MTHFR gene defects on both sides of my parents, so I got a double whammy there. Family's side, I am traditionally a very empathic type of person. I feel things on a really deep level. I pick up on other people's feelings and attitudes very easily. Everywhere I am personally going through enough stress or drama in my private life, so doing a cleanse every month has even more value for me besides having the defective gene. It helps me to stay spiritually in balance. Um, I now think of my cleanse week as me time. That is necessary for my mental, spiritual, and physical balance so I can move forward in life. Your ability to eat lightly, alkalizing food, and organic is beneficial and it helps you to clear even more toxicity faster. Now, I'm going to put in here, and for your reading pleasure, you can download this PDF if you purchase this off of our website, the schedule that we recommend. It's basically 1 month for every year that you have been poisoned or not detoxed. So if you had breast implant illness, for instance, and you've had those implants for 20 years, you're going to need 20 months of consistent detoxing to get your tissues back into shape and finely tuned. So with that being said, you can keep up your yearly maintenance after that, and re-exposure to any toxicity, you kind of want to start back over again until you feel like you're coming. The ritual of clearing and cleaning and colonics um, is kind of like shamans who smudge the space before ceremonial rites. So think of it like your spring and fall cleaning, and that's usually the standard maintenance is spring and fall after you've done your initial clearing and detox sessions. So you will always, when you talk to a doctor, they will tell you they don't want you to have colonics because you might rupture the colon with the speculum. And so we're going to imagine this is your rectum right here. This is going to be the tip, and it's just about this size of tip that goes into the rectum. So you're going to put it in all the while you are moving the sphincter muscle. So as you move it and you grip it, the sphincter moves the tip where it's most comfortable. And it's only going to go in about that far. So with that being said, no pushing it, no jamming it, no pressure whatsoever. Do not do a colonic while you're drinking alcohol or when you're emotionally upset. Those are not good times to be doing cleanses. So with that being said, this is how you insert the tip. Okay, gently. Allow your body's gripping motion, just like you're stopping a bowel movement, to position that tip where it wants to go. It's just a steady pressure, no pressure, no pressure. It will position itself. Okay, and then when the water comes in this tip and it goes up into your colon area, you will have the water with the fecal matter come out right beside this tip and land right into the toilet as if you had a normal bowel movement. So it's less messy, it's less odorous. You're in the privacy of your own bathroom. You are able to listen to music, um, meditations, do visualizations, guided imagery, some of my hypnosis tapes, and you're able to have a more holographic experience and go in. There's some visualizations where we actually are traveling in our colon along the while and finding where the blockages are, what's been stuffed in there, what we took out of the womb with us and claimed as our own, and those kind of things really, really help you. Um, there is a setup for your cleansing room or space. Most all of my students have done it in their bathrooms. I do have a few who've had dedicated bathrooms that had their own bedrooms attached to it. You know, maybe the bathroom and toilet was just on the side with a closet in between. And they've taken their closets out and set up their cleansing rooms to be a dedicated space. So what you're going to need, you're going to need your neck and back pillows, music and headphones for the guided imagery, disposable pads underneath, chair and straight back, a chair that's straight back, 2 or 3 body towels to cover yourself up. You want high pH water and an electrolyte drink beside you to drink while you're doing your colonics. Number 2 thing that doctors don't want you to do colonics for, even though they give you the drink, you know, that you take to get ready for a colonic prep or a colonoscopy prep, that anytime you go to the bathroom, you're losing electrolytes, you're losing probiotics. That's why we need to take those things in every day. So if you are doing an intense colonic, you need to be replacing your electrolytes and your probiotics. So with that being said, those are the things you need to buy and shop for and order. You can do them from my Wellevate site and get the ones that we've recommended in this booklet to you. You're going to need some paper towels, a personal washcloth, uh, coconut oil or olive oil will work, and it's mainly for the tip insertion so that it goes in very gently. You're going to need extra toilet paper. Just make sure you have some vinyl gloves for the cleanup, vinegar and disinfectant. A lot of people are allergic to Clorox, so they'll use their own detergent of choice, disinfectant of choice, and that's fine. If it's your personal colonic equipment, it's your personal colonic equipment. It's not exposed to the world. But it's important that it's done after you cleanse yourself and before you do your next cleanse, because you don't know if dust mites or bugs or flies or whatever landed on your machine or your equipment. So you want to make sure it's disinfected before and after each use. You're going to do dry brushing after your colonic, and you're going to be able to soak in an Epsom salts bath or some scrubbing salts. You want to have your cell phone on guard for emergency use only. There's some actual pictures of how to set up. This is the chair. This is a towel rolled up here so that we get a good incline on the board itself and that it drains directly into the toilet. Okay, the water needs to be a higher pH. The higher pH, the better. Some people have machines, some people test the water. Um, Whatever you can do there to improve the pH of the water you're using is wonderful. Especially if you're using your system more than 2 or 3 times in the weekend. So drinking high pH water is also suggested, and using your high dose, as high as you can buy. And I know they're expensive, but this is for your health so that later in your life you can reap the rewards of good health, okay? But it's also in case you are getting well from something. This is your investment in your health. It's a really good high pH water, high probiotic and high electrolyte balance, liquids coming in. I usually only do 3 colonics every month. Now, for women, I recommend that we do them during the full moon. For men, I recommend that they do them whenever they get the urge to clean the shop up or clean out their car or clean the garage or whatever. Cleaning is usually a signal that a guy is ready to let go of things, and we want to take advantage of that mindset when we're doing colonics. So there is a picture of the probiotic in this book that we recommend, and there is a picture of the electrolytes and plus vitamin C that we're going to recommend in this one. I also recommend that people use the redox signaling supplements to help rebuild, replace all the damaged cells that are in their body. So what we're doing is we're taking a bulldozer in there and we're getting rid of all the junk, we're getting rid of all the plaque, we're getting rid of all the buildup. And sometimes if you have a gut, or you've had celiac, or you have gluten intolerance, or you're allergic to a lot of things, or maybe you've just been through a lot of trauma in your life, abuse, then going in and cleaning out not just the fecal matter itself, but also the cellular memories, which is why we have tapes and videos for you to watch, will really greatly help you. You have to support your body. You have to support the DNA. You have to support and rebuild the mitochondria that's in that cell. So when you're thinking about ASEA, if you think about remodeling your bathroom, you're going to need really good materials. So, you know, a good sink, a good bathtub, a good granite countertop, good toilet system, maybe tiles on the wall or something. All great materials, right? That is the equivalent of your supplements in your body that you're building. So your materials build your bathroom, your supplements build your body, okay? But you're going to need a good workforce. So you need a good contractor who's going to come in and tell everybody where this sink goes. Read the manual, read your blueprint. Where does the tile go? Where does the bathtub go? Measure it up. Make sure that you are rebuilding, repairing, and replacing those damaged cells in the right way. And that is the job of ASEA. ASEA repairs, rebuilds, replaces damaged cell in the mitochondria of your cell, of your individual human cell. So when you go in and you're repairing and replacing cells in your body and you're restructuring them, you want them to be the highest grade you can possibly get. High frequency, right? I mean, why clean out the house if you're not going to put really good stuff back in? Why remodel your bathroom if you're just going to put the same old stuff back in? So you're putting in a better grade. You're putting in the highest grade usually you can afford. So that is ASEA. Get the best workforce you can. Hire the best. Then the next page in the book is about water and pH and which ones to get and which ones to avoid. I still like Fiji water. It's kind of right there in the middle, but I really like it. It's a 7.3 is what I have in my book. Find the purest water you can for this detox process, especially while you're going through it on your 3 session weekend. So I do one Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night, and then I really nest and sweat and do my Epsom salts baths and maybe even a facial and a foot bath and get a massage on Sunday. And that's my routine once a month, every month, every month. That's why I don't have wrinkles, folks. And I still do yoga. So with that being said, you're going to do that. You're going to get the best pH water you can. Now, there is my cookbook, the Empowered Empaths Diet. It's about high frequency nutrition. There's a download in this book for you to go to and get that book. It's available on Amazon for $29, and it is in hardbook now for $34. I really like this book better. I think it holds up better, and it's been revised, so a lot of more information is in that book. When you're choosing foods to eat, you really want to choose color food. So your blueberries, raspberries, cherries, your figs, your red cabbage, go for the color. go for the color, go always for organic, because you do not want those pesticides and fertilizers going right back into your bloodstream after you do a colonic. You also don't want to drink after you've done a colonic, because you'll get drunk in 2 sips. So with that being said, now don't abuse that. With that being said, I have taught this program for certification for people who want to do this as a profession and who want to help other people set it up, or for people who have children who also have the MTHFR defective gene, and it's just cheaper for them to buy their own equipment, learn what to do, how to help their families, and come and do it. And during the quarantine times where people couldn't get into clinics and couldn't get medical treatments, my students who had already taken this program, I heard from several of them, oh, thank God, we did it. Thank God we did it on our own. Thank God we learned it. Thank God we know what to do, because they could do it and take care of themselves. So with that being said, I have always, it's a 3-day course. It has always cost $3,500 for 20 years, and I don't plan on changing it. So if you want to download that class, there's a lot of information on that. There's a couple books. There is this book, but it's the teacher's manual, and then there have been videos made around that and sold on the course. Now that course is usually only for clinic practice, but we are in the process of creating it as an online course for certification. So we're still developing the tools for testing. So people are going to have to send us videos and Zoom, and there's a lot of tests that they have to fill out and write, essay questions and answers to. But we will be able here soon to offer that online, and it will be the same amount of money, because literally that course should be somewhere around $7,000. But I just think that many people need it, especially women who have children with allergies and the MTHFR defective gene, and women who need to pass this legacy of detox and cleaning and doing natural, holistic, holographic techniques on. Okay, this program is included in the holographic holistic certification course for coaches. It is one of the programs, along with several others, that's included in that. So if you're enrolled in the 6-month-long program for getting your holistic coaching certification, then this is one of the things you're going to be learning. And that course is $25,000. I don't plan on changing that price. We're getting ready to do most of the work online and via download and Zoom and conferencing, just like we are this program. But then there will actually have to be some in-person training and Zoom conferencing with the instructors when that course is completed. So FYI, because we are transitioning from when I had the holistic college in Denver, Colorado, to having all of our inclusive programs in that school, if someone took all those, then they would become a certified holistic coach. Well, we're taking those programs, those courses, those trainings, those certification programs that we had at the state license school, and we've rolled those over into an online class. So come and take that class if you still want that advanced education. It's still available, but we videoed a lot of those courses while I was teaching, and those videos are still available. Yeah, even after 15 years, they're still available. So you get the benefit of those original courses plus all the new updated stuff, and you get to keep talking to me. So what conditions can be improved through bowel management? Let's go through that and end this little segment. Your fears and your phobias around bowel waste are replaced with facts, education, and awareness. Many people do not know that if they eat a meal, you should be evacuating, meaning going to the bathroom, in about 30 to 45 minutes later after every meal you eat. Every meal. Number two, many people learn tips to get their bowels moving in the morning with like hot lemon water or coffee, Epsom salts in lemon water, or some other natural ways after they have done initial cleansing to maintain detoxing throughout the month. Number three, women learn that doing a detox week during their monthly cycle time also enhances in the detoxing capabilities of their bodies, and it adds the benefit of balancing their hormones more naturally. PMS becomes a thing of the past for most women after starting a cleansing schedule for 3 months consecutively. Over and over again for 40 years, I've heard that. Number four, cancer cell mutation slows down in an alkaline environment free of parasites and resentments. So we will work on those components during every detox, every colonic session. Number five, long-term pain management on drugs like morphine that burn victims have to experience, or somebody with back pain post-surgery, can be enhanced with colonics by detoxing the narcotics from their systems so that healing can occur naturally and the symptoms of detox are reduced profoundly. Grief and stress, number six, they're deemed unwanted emotions, can be dealt with in an enlightened awareness and not stored or repressed in the body by regular monthly cleansing weeks. For women, during a full moon, and for men, whenever they feel that urge to organize or clean out, in natural cycles of rejuvenation to release our spirit's expression. So your authenticity comes out more. Which to me, being an artist, that's fabulous. You won't believe the downloads I get for my Genius Art class. Um, that keeps us in balance with nature and with our internal organs. Number seven, when guided visualizations or forgiveness exercises, chakra work, and past life regressions are added in conjunction with colon cleansing, it creates a synergistic effect towards a more holographic release, detox, and cleanse. So you're not going to just cleanse on this view of the colon or this view of the colon, but on this view of the colon and your life. The blood that flows through there is going to be purified. It's going to be clean. We literally clean out the blood by cleaning the colon. It's phenomenal. I'm in love with it. So anyway, um, that is why we train our students to use high frequency music, affirmations, intentions, guided visualization, and train them with tools to support their personal transformation and accelerate the cellular renewal process. Number eight, when our clients use the recommendations for probiotics, electrolytes, and ASEA supplements, we always observe a more than unusual, rapid recovery towards health and balance. There is just something beyond words that is beyond words that you can witness when the new energy going in is of the highest quality. Think about that. Maybe it is the self-respect now that they show themselves by giving the gift of health to themselves. Number nine, self-respect improves. You become aware of making better choices for yourself and discipline yourself daily by not allowing self-abuse to yourself. It is a result of that healthy habit that other people will also treat you that way. So, number 10, positive role model for a healthy living and compassion in a world that promotes unhealth, greed, synthetics, genetically modified organisms, also known as GMOs, and disease on a systemic level. We don't have a healthcare system, we have a disease management system. We need more healthy examples of people thriving and educating others on the benefits of organic eating and healthy life choices. We need them. We need them now. Make the choice. Do it. Just do it, as Nike says. Just do it. Number 11, your chances of living long enough to create and leave a good, healthy legacy is improved by good bowel management because you can literally live longer. So many doctors have told me after I had been harmed by ruptured breast implants that had I not done all the colonics that I did, I surely would have died. Note, my breast implant story is coming later this year in book form. It's called Out of the Shadows of Breast Implant Illness, A Spiritual Journey, and it will be available on Amazon anytime now. Number 12, a great many things in daily living are enhanced by eating and creating a healthy respect for pooping well and knowing when you are not getting it right. So, intuition, number 13, spiritual connection, deeper knowing, higher consciousness. When you're clear and unblocked in your gut, you feel things deeper. You get bigger insights. You know stuff in your gut. Remember my chakra videos? Yeah. So, it is a gift that I give myself monthly for the rest of my life. Now, I highly recommend that you track your progress by journaling and see for yourself how much you can accomplish through holographic bowel management. Then I talk a little bit about how to record your progress. So number 1, I want you to track your cholesterol, your hormone levels, your blood sugars, your weight, kidney function, and any current test results that you have access to. If you do not want to get that deep into your health numbers, just track your weight, your measurements, and your energy levels. Sometimes people can take pictures of themselves that tell a healthier personal story when they remove the toxicity from their lives and their bodies. Number 2, keep a health journal, a diet eating journal. Write out 2 or 3 pages every morning about your thoughts. Watch your thought patterns. Free flow writing, pen and ink. Not on a computer, only longhand. Write it out. Number 3, document any changes that you become aware of and start setting goals for deeper growth and deeper consciousness. Always strive to go to the next level. Don't challenge. Don't compare yourselves to other people. Only challenge yourself to go better and higher than you did yesterday or last month or the week before. So keeping your equipment safe and cleaned and sanitary in special designated space. I am very big on doing that. In this book, I have the map of consciousness, and you can download that on Google. I believe they have it. It's David R. Hawkins' Map of Consciousness. You go from shame, guilt, and apathy down to 2050 hertz. It's called energetic frequency. And it's the emotional states of humiliation, blame, and despair. Your view of life is miserable, evil, and hopeless. If any of that defines you, that root chakra, your colon, needs some love. TLC. So we can put some love water in there. We can learn how to magnetize that and set you up, get you detoxed. the difference in you is phenomenal. Um, First thing I noticed was my skin cleared up. First thing. I have an essential oil frequency chart in here, and there are some links to um, Dr. Diademo's blood type diet. That's a step forward. There's a link in here to Marianne Williamson, Woman's Worth on CD or download it on Audible. I love her books. They're very inspirational to do when you're doing your colonics because it's bringing you up. She's empowering you. She's helping you to break through those blocks, and that's what you need. You don't need the laxative. You need to break through the mental blocks, the blocks to voicing your authentic self and what's in your heart, and your lower chakras are what's holding you back. So we're going to clean those up. I also really like Christina Lopes, Lopes, link. She's on SoundCloud. She's also got a YouTube channel. Highly, highly, highly recommend her. She's dynamic, very dynamic. The next thing that's in this little book is about doing a liver cleanse, getting rid of anger, um, the gallstones, the liver stones that attach the fatty liver situation. So there's a little recipe in here that you do that we talk about. And then last but not least is a chart for the colon. So we're talking rectum, water moves around, flushes out, comes on back down, drains beside that tip and goes right into the toilet. And it keeps repeating, repeating, repeating. You're kind of making a tunnel in there. And most people say, well, I don't need a colonic. I poop 3 times a day. But they're eating a very small amount. But what's happening is they're tunnel pooping. So their tunnel is so full of plaque and buildup in there, mucus. They're only pooping through a tiny tunnel. So if you're pooping 3 times a day, you're eating very little, but your gut is very big, you're tunnel pooping. So we don't want to tunnel poop anymore because that's almost the same as spiritually bypassing. So when you spiritually bypass, you're saying, oh, love and light, forgive and forget. No. Take responsibility for your sick behavior, change your evil ways, make amends, help somebody else, and get on with it. Okay? Accountability, forgiveness, let it go. Yes, let it go. And not through a tunnel, but through a wide, vast space. Okay? So, no spiritual bypassing allowed in my class. We don't do gaslighting. We don't do spiritual bypassing. Codependency is hopefully always lovingly addressed and taken into account. Now, a word about this book. It is my artistic creation. Um, we have videos that go along with it, and it is sold when people buy the colonic equipment from me. It's $290 plus the shipping. This comes with it, and it's on YouTube. Let me see, or on eBay. I apologize. I don't know if I have the link on here. I don't think I do. But I'll try to put it on the bottom of this video so that you have access to go and check that out, buy your own equipment, get your own books, and this video will help you. If you can get past that stage and you feel some progress and you feel like this is something you want to do as a career, let me know. You can pay for the colonic certification course, which is the $3,500. You can get it done over a weekend. So you come Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You go home Monday morning certified, and you've covered a lot of information, quantum fields of information. You will get it. It's not hard. It's not painful. Nothing you do in the bathroom is considered comfortable, but the benefits are enormous. When you poop right, you can live right. And many people are not taught that. They think they are because they had results in the toilet. That isn't always about pooping right. So, besides boring you to death with more facts and graphics, I'm going to let you go and bid you adieu and wish you well. And remember, eat organic, non-GMO, no grains, no dairy with hormones. A lot of my clients are switching to raw milk, but that's their choice. I can't do milk because I'm really allergic. And I hope to meet some of you. And I hope you can take the class online and then come for the weekend and get everything you need to keep yourself safe and healthy and your families, because I really believe this is aimed toward children and families. And much love and much healing.